Hey y'all, welcome back to another episode of Your Vibes Podcast. Everybody's got a vibe and a story to tell. Here's this one. I hope you enjoy. This episode is sponsored by Tia Armstrong with Property Place Solutions brokered by EXP. Tia is a local real estate agent who prides herself in being a value add in all her clients' real estate transactions. Whether it's an investment property or your next home, you can rely on Tia to help you with whatever you need. Check her out on her socials at Tia Armstrong or give her a call at 615-497-5336. What's up, everybody? We are back. Hello, friends. It's been a couple weeks. It's been a crazy time in everybody's life, I believe, and I've stumbled upon a new friend. She's an awesome person, a little bit of a hippie, which is completely even better. And we've just been sitting here talking. I don't even know. I think, did you reach out to me, maybe?
Yeah.
Okay.
I talked to Morgan about you. And
Okay.
we talked back and forth, and I saw that you were interviewing all the cool people in Dixon. So I was like,
So here we
gotta
are.
get on that.
Put me on the list. Yeah. So Miss Hannah Mills-Ernest is with us today with Miss Daisy's Boutique. How are you?
Hello. I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing just absolutely fantastic. We're doing one of our late night shows. It is currently 6:30 p.m. and we're rocking and rolling. She's got a job. I've got a job. And so I've run across her a couple times. She's had a couple booths that I've been at, and I was just recently at the Burns Barbecue Festival. Right? Whoop, whoop. That went incredibly well. What did you think?
It was awesome. It was huge. There was tons of people. It was also extremely hot, but we survived. It was just a great day.
Yeah.
It was just like great exposure, seeing that many people come out for Burns, and it was just awesome.
Especially in Burns, like.
Yeah, really, Burns of all places.
Right?
Like teeny little Burns.
Teeny little Burns. You know, teeny little Burns, though, is a little gem in Dixon County. I think it's got a lot of potential, and what Morgan pulled off there was unbelievable. Like, and she did. I mean, I know obviously she had a lot of help and a lot of vendors and a lot of behind the scenes kind of stuff as festivals do go. But she was telling me that she had to figure out how to run a barbecue competition in the first place. Like, apparently that's just a whole new world to a lot of people. Mm-hmm. And what was neat about it to me was that most of the vendors or the barbecue competition people were just kind of local people who wanted to enter a barbecue competition. There were some established restaurants and places like that as well too, but overall, I think it was incredible. Did you have some success there? Was it pretty good?
It was, from the craft side, it was extremely successful.
Cool.
I just had, like I said, it was hot that day. So, I made candles, had to make sure they were not going to melt because some of them were getting a little sweaty. So we just had to keep them out of the sun. But other than that, it was a great day. I did get to try barbecue from one of the barbecue trucks, and it was fantastic. It was a massive, like, king-size sandwich. It was dope.
What truck was that from? Do you remember? Was it Smoking Willie's?
It was Smoking Willie's,
okay,
yeah, because he had that cool vintage truck.
He's a good dude. So he's got a restaurant out in Perry County. It's the old Rusty Fish Hook. I don't know if you know where that's at, if you've ever been out there.
Nope.
Perry County is Perry County. He's a good dude. I've known him for a long time, and unfortunately he didn't win. But I think from what I was talking to the competition people about is that Electrocuted is who ended up taking the grand champion of the whole thing. Mm-hmm. And it was actually their very first barbecue competition.
Nice.
Ever. And they had one like 2 weeks after that. So I guess they're going to jump into the game, I guess. We'll see how it goes. I don't know. I don't barbecue. I just eat people's other barbecue. I've got a grill. That's about all I know how to do. But anyway, cool. So I guess in true cadence of the podcast, we'll just kind of start with you. Again, it's your show, and I'm just here to kind of ask you questions. So cool. You just start wherever you want to as far as, when you got to Dixon and kind of go on from there.
So my family and I moved to Dixon back in 2001. We came from Florida, like middle Florida, about an hour north of Orlando. Family was here, so my parents decided to move up here to be closer to my grandparents, and we just kind of stayed. Went to college at UT Martin. Um, Hung out on like 30 acres of land that my parents had. We had
In
farm
Martin?
animals. No, well, I'm talking about like when growing up.
Okay, cool.
We had like 30 acres. We had farm animals. We did like 4-H, and we had the chickens and the geese and turkeys. And my mom was obsessed with any kind of fowl, so we had just peacocks and all of it, and sheep and horses.
So you had a funny farm.
Yeah, we had a wild ass
That
farm.
is, just real quick side note, that is my dream. My retirement dream, I've got two. One is to own my own bar and be the bartender like Cheers and only allow people in that I like to hang out with.
Nice. Will I be allowed?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. Anybody that's been on the podcast is allowed.
Cool.
And to have a funny farm.
Nice.
I want all the animals. I want the alpacas. I want the turkeys and the chickens and the ducks and the goats and all that.
Well, don't get sheep. Sheep are mean.
Okay, thank you for the heads up on that one.
Yeah, they're nasty creatures and they stink. So I don't recommend them. Oh,
okay.
we did have a pig. He wasn't our pig. He was the traveling pig. He belonged to a neighbor farm, and he would just come over, hang out for the day, and then leave, and then come over like a couple days later and hang out and then leave.
What was the pig's name?
We didn't name him. He wasn't our pig. We didn't name him. He was just the traveling pig.
That's so funny.
So, which is why with like my candle business, I have a whole collection called the Farmhouse Favorites,
Okay.
which is basically an ode to farm life. It's broken down with like the farmhouse favorites, which is just like a bunch of food scents and flowers, things that my mom would bake, my grandmother would bake, the flowers they would grow, the trees they would have, leading into like the summer section, which is we had a pool. We would go, we were from Florida, so we liked the beach too, and we would travel a lot. So, you got beach bum, you've got margaritas and like cocktails, and then the fall we would go ham decorating for the holidays.
Cool.
I'm saying like, as a fall, we would have like stalks outside and pumpkins everywhere and like the big blow ups. So of course, like my fall line had to be like, sunflower bouquet and autumn leaves and things like that. And then leading up into the winter, I've got like the gingerbread house and Christmas tree. And my dad was always a huge fan of Christmas, and we would blow up the house. Like we'd have Christmas tree in every single room of the house. He'd have his Christmas village winding from like the living room to the kitchen. Like, I'm not even kidding, dude. Like,
That
our house
is
was
so
insane.
awesome.
Yeah. I'm trying to get Steven into it. He's kind of...
Steven's your husband?
Oh, yes. Steven
Okay.
is my husband.
Okay.
He's kind of, not quite there, but
Okay.
we're getting him there.
Trying to. So if you all haven't picked up on it already, Miss Hannah makes candles along
Yes.
with other things as well too.
Yes.
I went to her booth at the barbecue festival, and as many of you may know, I have a beard that I'm obsessed over, and am very particular about what I do to my beard. And she has some fantastic products for beards as well too. We were just sitting here talking about that, and I will be a lifetime customer for now. Hopefully, everybody listening likes to shop local, and that's what I do with 99% of the stuff I do, unless I cannot absolutely find it. And I want to avoid driving to Nashville at any time possible. I don't want to go
We all
there.
want to avoid driving to Nashville
God,
these
it's
days.
miserable, yeah.
My mom and I drove to Nashville on Saturday, got stuck behind 3 different party boats. Just trying to drive through, not trying to stop or nothing.
Just a bunch of girls and guys just getting stupid with
Stupid drunk, yep.
stupid drunk on like a chop top bus,
Yep. And there was 3 of them.
Yeah, people keep saying that we need to. I've had a couple of people mention, I don't know if it's jokingly or serious, that we need to have pedal taverns in Dixon.
No, I would leave Dixon then. I would like
Yeah,
McEwen. Here I come.
Here I come, McEwen. Yeah, I need
Just
some
get further and
backwoods
further
folk.
away.
That's it. Cool. So yeah, tell us just a little bit about. So this isn't kind of your 9 to 5. This is a side hustle.
No, so this
correct?
right now, yeah, it's my like side, my second job, I guess. I do work a regular 9 to 5. I run the shipping and receiving department for Jet Printing here in Dixon. I've been there about 4-ish years, I'd say. And then I do like the logistics and everything. I've met some interesting people along the way working there, but
Imagine.
you meet a lot of truck drivers. So some of them are cool, some of them strange, but
It's the life of a truck driver.
yeah. I mean, there's a couple that are actually like local to Dixon, so you actually
Okay.
get to know them really well, and
Cool.
they're cool people. But yeah, and then on the sides, on the weekends, I do my candle business, Miss Daisy's All Natural Boutique. I do all natural body care, pet care, and soy candles. Everything is handmade. I use all natural ingredients, and
So tell me
I
about
love
that
it.
process. So I've always wondered when I'm going through and I'm sniffing candles, how do you do the scents? Like, how does that work?
Magic.
Yeah, I bet. Yeah, you just do like a dance
I'm a
and a
mad
chant over
scientist.
it.
Come to me. No. So I use a couple companies that use like natural, what they call true scents, which are blends of natural essential oils. Because my business is Miss Daisy's All Natural. I like to keep everything all natural. So I don't use dyes. I don't use fillers. I don't use preservatives. But these true scents that I get from this company, they take essential oils and they blend them to make a specific smell. Or I'll just use just essential oils by themselves. Granted, you do have to use a lot when you're mixing with
Sure.
soy wax, but it's just better. It's better for you. Soy wax is better for you. It burns slower. It's softer. And I use all cotton wicks, 100% like cotton wicks. And
Okay.
so that burns slower as well, because when you buy a candle from a big box store, the candle is made with paraffin wax. Paraffin wax is made with plastic.
That's not good.
Their wick is made with a zinc core, which is metal. So you're burning plastic and you're burning metal, and you're burning this in your home, and you're breathing it in, and it's just
It
terrible.
may smell good, but it is
It
not
may
good
smell
for
good,
you.
but it is
Yeah.
not good for you. And like if you burn some of those candles and you go and you check your like return vent, like the
HVAC thing.
yeah, it'll be black from those, just because if you burn a lot of them, because
Yeah.
it's sucking in all that black smoke. And you can also see when you're burning them, you can see the black smoke just kind of like billowing off of it. That's why I'm obsessed with the soy, because
Cool.
you don't get the black smoke. There is smoke. There's not going to be no
Sure,
smoke, because
sure.
where there's fire, there's smoke. But it's not like burning plastic kind of smoke. So
It's
that's
not
why.
toxic smoke.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
And so how candle making got started, I have been obsessed with candles for as long as I can remember, probably since like middle school. I would always ask for candles for birthday, Christmas, holidays. My family thought I was nuts. I liked incense and all that weird, like new agey
Sure.
stuff. They thought it was real strange. And then one year, I think it was like 2014 or 15, my dad got me a candle making kit. And 2016, I decided to break it out. I had 2 weddings coming up back to back in that October, and I was like, I'm not buying anything. I'm gonna use this box and make some candles as gifts. So I asked both of the brides to be what their favorite smells were and what their flowers were for like their bouquets, and I mean, that's what I did. I made a candle with their favorite scent, and I took like the type of flower they were using in their bouquet, and I kind of like popped it there on top of the lid, and those were the first kind of candles I made. And that's why you see now like the farmhouse candles are like still decorated. I do use smaller flowers and like little ribbons and stuff, but that's why they do have little decorations. It's kind of an homage to the original candles that I made.
Yeah.
And mason jars again with the farm theme.
Cool.
So
Sticking to the roots on that one.
yeah, that's why the farmhouse like collection favorites will always be there, because it's like it's the root of my business.
Sure. It's the base. It's the
So-
start. You always gotta know where your home is. You
Yeah.
know?
So
Know where you came from.
I say that Miss Daisy started because of my dad. So
That's how about that?
yeah,
You sound like you've got a pretty sweet dad.
yeah.
Yeah. So tell me a little bit about kind of the process. So like, let's say first off, where did you say the place was you get your, what do you call them, ingredients, or is it mixture, or what's the?
Those scents specifically come from a place called Candle Science that's based
Okay.
out of South Carolina.
Okay.
So it's close-ish.
Cool.
The wax I get comes from the same place, but it comes from soybean farms out in Kentucky. So it's also kind of close.
Oh, nice.
So everything I get is very regional. I'm not ordering stuff that comes from like Nevada or California or overseas. Like I will not order any products to put in my products that come from
Sure.
overseas or not American, as crazy as that sounds. But it's just my thing. Like I just like the all natural, homegrown, local.
Well, it's a good vibe.
Yeah.
All the way around.
I've even looked into what it would take to like grow your own soybeans and then turn them into like soy wax flakes or pellets, and that's just a whole nother monster.
I can imagine.
You got to buy like presses and squeegees and
Oh boy.
yeah, there's a whole
It's like a manufacturing company.
Yes, exactly.
Absolutely.
Yeah, we're not doing that.
No. So you get your product in,
Mm-hmm.
and then what? So that how does that process look as far as candle making?
So I have a big, like, fat cauldron looking thing that has a spigot on the front. I will fill it up all the way with as much dry wax as I can fit in there. I turn it up to about 200 degrees till it melts it, everything all the way till it's nice. I call it the liquid gold stage. Because when I get in the wax, it's white, but when you melt it, it like turns like legit like a gold color. And melt it all the way down, turn it back down to like 180. There's a lot of science behind it.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Yeah, and then I just kind of like measure it out for what I need. I have a big like stainless steel pitcher. I have like 4 of them, and then a scale, and then just sit on there and I like measure out. And then you do essentially 1 ounce of oil, like scented oil, to 1 ounce of wax, and then you just kind of like play from it. So say I need like I'm doing 1 of this 8-ounce candle right here. So it'll take 6 ounces of liquid wax, which would take about ½ ounce of fragrance oil, and then you kind of mix it together, and you got to make sure the temperature is right before you pour it, or it may not smell right when you go to burn it. It may not set right or settle right. There's a lot of science behind it. A lot of people that are just like, oh, I make candles, or oh, I can make that, or oh, I'll buy that from the store. Like, all right, well, you go ahead and you try that.
You should see the room in my house. Yeah.
Yeah, there was a lot of trial and error at the beginning, and a lot of like, well, no one wants to buy this. Nobody likes this. No one wants to buy this. And now I'm just like, I can't keep candles in stock at this point.
Oh, that's so awesome.
Yeah.
Cool. So, do you have a favorite candle thus far?
So when people ask me that, it shows. I will tell them, I will send them straight to the Colorado birch candle, because
Okay.
I went to Colorado in 2007 and 17, and I loved the way the state smelled. It just smelled earthy. It smelled like trees, and mountains. So that candle kind of embodies that state. And whenever anyone asks me my favorite, I always go to that. But technically, they're all my favorites. I don't make a candle that I don't like.
Sure.
I do make the gamer candle, which is a little funky. It smells like pizza and Mountain Dew.
No way. Get out of here. That is so awesome.
It's so weird and funky, and it's not my favorite, but I don't hate it. But other people love it, so I still make it.
It sells, yeah.
Yeah, it goes in the Mandel line. That's one of the Mandels that I make.
Okay.
So
Mandel.
yeah, man candle.
Mandel.
Mandel.
Okay. See, have you trademarked that name yet?
No, a lot of people actually use that name.
Okay, all
I
right.
thought it was clever when I came up with it one night, but then I looked into it and I was like, oh yeah, a lot of other people use it too. Okay, cool.
Okay. So I guess you do a lot of sniffing too, right?
Yeah.
Is that's got to be a huge part of it?
Yes.
So how do you know, like, you can't, when you're ordering stuff from afar, obviously, do you go to these locations and smell? I mean, how does that work?
Usually you can order sample bottles, which are really small 1 ounce bottles.
Okay.
And sometimes I'll order in samples. Like these websites, they do really good description of what it smells like. They do top notes, middle notes, base notes, kind of give you like what the whole thing is going to smell like. And then you get it in, and sometimes you still don't like it. If I don't like it, I'll set it to the side and like get back to it later. And if I do like it, then I'll like go back and like reorder the bigger bottle.
Okay.
It's a lot of reading, a lot of like, if you see where something says oak, eucalyptus, and like mint, like I know what those 3 things smell like, so I know that's gonna smell good. So
Wow. And so it's just you, right? Do
It's
you
just
have
me.
just loving life, making candles?
just me. I mean, my husband likes to go with me. He is like, I call him my muscle. He likes to do setups and breakdowns. He won't normally stay at a show. My mom will come and sit at a show with me. She won't come early, but she won't come late. She'll just kind of come in the middle of the day and just hang out and be like my backup. Let me run to the bathroom, get some food, whatever. But other than that, it's me. When you email me, it's me. When you are calling the number, it's me. When you're sending me a message on Facebook, social media, you're talking straight to me.
That's awesome. As it should be a lot of times,
Yeah.
you know, until you grow and you've got that support system and everybody knows who you are, then obviously it's kind of healthy to delegate at some point as well too, which is difficult to do, you know, running your own business, because most of it's been like your baby from the start.
I don't
you
want to
know?
share.
Yeah, and I'm the same way on a lot of things too. And people are like, Michael, you need to tell people to do other things, which I'm obviously a proponent of. But it's you're the brand,
Yeah.
and you want to
I
make
am Miss
sure.
Daisy. People
Yeah,
know me as Miss Daisy, and I have control problems too. I don't like to give up control either.
it is what it is,
So,
and you obviously put out a great product. So when did you maybe go into doing the beard stuff for any other products that you make, or did it just
um,
kind of come with the
it just
territory?
kind of came with it. The first couple years I was experimenting. I was making candles in all shapes and sizes, just like mixing weird things, using weird jars. There wasn't really a flow. It just was kind of just everywhere. I even tried making lotions. I tried making body scrubs, and then someone suggested randomly, you should try some beard oil. Try to see if you can make some beard oil. And I made one bottle, and then I found a couple recipes for a couple others. Some of them hit, some of them were miss. I think I've done probably 6 different blends, and I only have 4 now that actually stick and people like.
Okay.
And with the beard shampoo, it's one bottle, one smell, like no deviations from it, and that obviously you'll
Oh,
love
it
it.
works great. Yeah, like I just get in there and lather up, and I love the smell too. By the way, it's very manly.
Awesome.
Makes my beard feel great too. When I was growing it, like I did a little research on like how to maintain a beard because it got a little out of control, and so I've been through so many products of just like whatever, and I wanted to keep everything local. And I thank you for showing up in my life too because I was really disappointed on a lot of levels, and now things are a whole lot easier too. So,
Yay.
so cool. What you were telling me kind of before we started, that you're in several different locations or several different stores as well too.
Yes, so I am in 6 stores. I am in High Cotton, which is downtown Dixon, which I'm sure everyone knows. Right there by the cash register when you like come up around the corner. I can't miss it, the big yellow daisy. And then Pretty Southern Aesthetics has some of my stuff in her shop. She's a little spa like aesthetics shop.
In Dixon. Okay.
They're on Railroad Street, I
Oh, okay.
think.
Yeah.
She's next to E Zone.
Oh,
She's
okay.
kind of on the back
backside
side.
side.
Yeah.
Okay.
The yoga studio, Yoga of Dixon. Christina loves my candles. She burns them in her store, and she was selling them before COVID. I don't know if they've still. Because she kind of shut down like the retail part of the
Okay.
yoga studio. And then there's other places. Loretta Lynn's Ranch. I
Oh,
sell in the
cool.
gift shops out there. I make them specialty mugs, with like a cedar sawdust scent. It was specially requested for them. That's what they wanted.
Cool.
And where else is there? I'm trying to think. Of course, you asked me right on the spot. I
Yeah,
can't
right.
think.
You obviously are online as well too.
Oh yeah,
Can-
I've got a full website, MissDaisiesBoutique.com.
Cool.
You can buy everything on there. If you're local, I can do free local pickup. It's like an option at the bottom. Just click on it, and I'll meet you and drop off your order and save on shipping.
That's so cool.
So
So how did you make these connections? Were you just calling people saying, "Hey, I've got candles and product," or did you already know these people?
Well, Christina, the owner of the yoga studio, I've been going there already, been doing yoga. I've been doing yoga for a long time. And then I ended up doing she invited me to do a couple yoga retreats at Loretta Lynn's Ranch. So that's how I made that connection.
Cool.
We were doing yoga retreats. So I set up there and was like selling there. And then her and I talked about getting into her store. So we did that with Pretty Southern. She actually reached out to me, found me through one of my friends or something, at High Cotton. I'm not really sure how. Maybe Andy reached out to me or something.
Okay.
I'm not sure. There's just a lot of like, you
Well,
meet people.
Yeah,
and
when you're in the vibe, here's what a lot of people don't understand, is that once you make a commitment that to follow your bliss, to do what makes you happy, things just start falling into place. Like if you're, if someone's not doing something that they like or they don't totally enjoy, and their heart literally isn't in it, then things seem out of whack. And people ask me the same question, like, "Oh, hi, Michael, how'd you get into this? How'd you get into that?" It's because I knew what I wanted to do with my life in general, and obviously I try to market to kind of grow, but majority of the stuff is just falls in your lap. You know,
Mm-hmm.
the universe just responds. It's like, you want places to sell your candles? Here's some random stuff that can
Yeah.
just go on, and you know, you can choose to accept it or not and move on from there, you know, and
Yeah.
keep growing.
Yeah. A Change of Dress in Waverly is another place that has my stuff. It's like a cute little consignment shop right there on the square in Waverly.
Oh,
I forgot
cool.
about that place.
Cool.
I just did a restock there a couple months ago. But yeah, she's got so many cute like refab
What's it
outfits.
called?
A Change of Dress.
Trains of dress. Is it like just a boutique?
It's like, yeah, like a clothing store,
Cool.
a boutique store, but it's all like pre-used, pre-loved.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
So I'm pretty sure it's well priced, I guess, as
Yes.
well too.
I got some American Eagle jeans there.
That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
And you travel as well too. You do festivals.
Yes,
and
I do festivals almost every weekend. Right now I'm in one of my off weeks. I won't have another one until the 21st of August at Red Caboose Park in Bellevue for the Handmade Nashville Night Market. It'll be from 3 to 8 p.m.
Okay.
And then the next one after that is August 28th and 29th in Woodbury, Tennessee at the Short Mountain Distillery.
Oh boy.
Yes,
That
it's 2
sounds
days.
Like a
Any
blast.
events at distilleries are lots of fun.
Do you do quite a bit of those?
Yes. If I can get in, I can do them. There was one
Sure.
in Kentucky that I was doing on the regular, but with COVID, they're just like, we're not doing events anymore. I'm like, dang it.
So are you on like a vendor list, or do you apply? Or?
This is where Facebook comes in handy. Personally, I don't like social media, but we need it these days. Especially as a small business owner, you need social media. So on Facebook, there is tons of vendor groups, like vendor events for Middle Tennessee, vendors needed, vendors for Coffee County, just like, you know, vendors. People are vendors sharing what they make, and then there are companies or shows posting saying they're looking for vendors. So you can just pretty much go on there and just find whatever you're looking for in whatever area of the state you're looking for.
Cool.
I'll go up to about 2 hours.
Okay.
Because after the 2 hour mark, that's when you gotta like, all right, I should probably get a hotel. You know, that eats into costs, and you get into that whole sort of thing. So, but the biggest event that I've got accepted into so far this year, the other one's a secret because it's not been made official yet.
Okay.
But is the Tennessee Honey Festival, which is it's October 3rd, I believe. It's a Sunday. It'll be at the Sounds Stadium, and they are expecting 50,000 people.
Oh, baby! That's what I'm talking about.
Yes, so that'll be in October, and I'm super looking forward to that. I applied to Bell Buckle, and they gave me a secret. She called it a secret yes. She's like, I haven't sent you the official paper, so I can't say officially yes yet, but I am on the board and I want you there. So that's
Cool.
what the lady told me. And Bell Buckle is the biggest arts and crafts festival in the state of Tennessee, and it happens the third week in October, and it's about 2.5, 3 hours from here in Bell Buckle, Tennessee.
Yeah. So it's the biggest in the state. That's crazy. I had no idea. In Bell Buckle.
Yes. That's all they do. Like, this is the one thing they do a year, and it like supplies their town with money for the whole rest of the year.
It's kind of like Bonnaroo almost.
Exactly like
Manchester.
Bonnaroo. Yes. Yeah, because I've been to craft shows in Manchester where
Not good.
No, there's nothing. There's nothing in Manchester. I'm sorry to everyone in Manchester, but there's nothing.
Well, we have a family place in Winchester on the Thames Ford, and there's nothing. I've been to Bonnaroo 8 times, and Bonnaroo is pretty much all that's there. But they do give all the residents of Manchester a free ticket or two.
Nice.
Yes,
I didn't know that. That's cool.
to deal with the pain of everything going on at Bonnaroo.
I did look into being a vendor at Bonnaroo.
I was gonna ask you that.
It costs $2,000 to sign up to be a vendor. Yeah, just up front $2,000, and then you have to keep your booth open till about, I can't remember if it was either 12 a.m. or 2 a.m. But you have to keep your booth open super late for all those people, you know, hitting the stages.
The late night shows.
Yeah.
Those
So
wild
I'd have
kids.
to like take a team of people, and we'd have to rotate. But like, you get to set up your booth, and you get to like park by your booth, and you get to set up your tent and all your stuff. So you get to
Okay.
have your own area, your little city. So that would be cool. It's just That'd be expensive.
It's expensive. And Bonnaroo's crazy now. I mean, all these people, it's gone so mainstream, which it has. I mean, look at the lineup this year. We interrupt this episode with a message from our sponsor. This episode is sponsored by Tia Armstrong with Property Place Solutions, brokered by EXP. Tia is a local real estate agent who prides herself in being a value add in all her clients' real estate transactions. Whether it's an investment property or your next home, you can rely on Tia to help you with whatever you need. Check her out on her socials at Tia Armstrong or give her a call at 615-497-5336. Now let's get back to it and enjoy the rest of this episode. I started going back way back in like 2007. And then it was pretty serene at that point. It was a good group of people and great bands. Just, you could chill and relax, or you could rock out or do some EDM or whatever it may be. But now, you're getting, again, people are like, you sound stupid, but music festivals, except for, what's that one out in California? You know what I'm talking about, that Miley Cyrus goes to and all those.
Oh, Lollapalooza?
Is it Lollapalooza? No, it's the other one.
Burning Man?
No, that's in the middle of the desert.
I don't know.
Yeah, you do. It's crap. Yeah, everybody's gonna be like, Michael, it's this. Anyway, people go to festivals to hang out to see these bands that nobody ever really listens to. Not nobody, but that you thoroughly enjoy. And I guess the last time I went to Bonnaroo was like 5 years ago, but with my wife, whose idea of camping is a Hilton Inn with the bathroom light out, but we did, glamping for the most part. But yeah, we did have we had a little pull behind camper, so there was air conditioning and stuff in there as well too. But she enjoyed it. I camped the first like 3 years.
You gotta camp in a tent, man.
No,
Don't shower for 4 days.
I'm down. I did, but I was spoiled as well too. So when I went like 3 years in a row and camped, and then ended up getting hooked up with Tom Morales, who owns a catering company that catered the VIP, and he asked me to come work at the festival.
Nice.
So I got to go for free, but he hooked me up with an RV too, and I was like, oh boy, I'm spoiled. Sorry, everybody, I'm not gonna be camping anymore. But yes, anyway, so I think. So there's a lot of opportunities, especially, now Dixon's having a lot of festivals as well, too, and now it's kind of getting into the fall, so I guess there's some more festivals coming up as well,
Yes.
So you're going to be pretty busy
so
coming down
as soon as, fall starts to hit, and then Christmas, that is my busy time. I will have an event every weekend until, Christmas weekend, and I will just go. And then right after Christmas until about... maybe February, March, I will just be like, nope, I'm done. We're taking a break. The online store will still be open, but I just won't do events. I'm like, I'm taking a break.
Sure.
I call it my winter hibernation.
Okay.
Because I stopped doing events. I kind of last year I switched over and did a lot of lives last year, live videos. This year I haven't really gotten back into doing lives just because, back in the real world now.
Sure.
So,
Yeah.
But
social media is big, and I'm currently looking for somebody to teach me things. I'm 31 and have 2 children who know how to do social media better than I do. And it's not that I don't want to; it's a matter of time, But the ROI on social media is massive, and people doing those live videos and showcases and TikTok and all that stuff too is a huge driver to business. And I think actually TikTok is about to start doing what Instagram has been doing, which is add a shopping button to the deal. Yeah, baby. Ooh, yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Yeah, there's that link that can go directly to your deal, and you can buy it straight off, kind of directly through the app too. So
that would be cool. Because my business Facebook is hooked to my business Instagram, and my business Instagram is hooked to my TikTok. So
Okay.
but they're all like hooked up with like online shop. So if like you see the little icon, you click it and it'll take you straight to my website and you can buy that item.
Okay.
So if they integrate it all the way through, oh my gosh, that'd be so dope. Because
Yeah, it would
I'm
be.
new to the TikTok world, like new-ish, a few months. I have no idea what I'm doing. I have
Sure.
like talked to so many like young 20 somethings. I'm like, just please help me.
Yeah, I need to know how to do all these cool things that you're
Yeah.
doing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have a friend, Paige, who is like a PR girl. I am the only small business that she helps. She does mostly like authors and books.
Oh, cool.
But she's helped me a lot, and she does a lot of like how-to videos through
Okay.
her book PR, I guess, on
Okay.
like how to maneuver like book TikTok and all
Okay.
that jazz. And I'm like, okay, well, like translate that for small business for me,
Yeah.
Paige. Like, help me out.
Let's break
So
this down.
she calls me her experiment because she wants to get into like small business. So she kind of like helps me out like pro bono. Thanks, Paige.
Yeah. Shout out to the people who are
Yes.
doing it for free.
Yeah, Paige Box up in Kentucky. But she helps me a lot. She's one of the admins on my page. So
Oh, cool.
so she kind of helps. And if that one day I'm like stuck, can't think of anything to post, I'll be like, Paige, what do you think? And she goes, all right, well, today is National Whatever Day. Maybe you should post X, Y, and Z. And I'm like, all right, got it. Thanks, girl.
Cool.
Yeah.
Do you find that pretty tough to kind of, I guess, obviously you manage all your stuff.
Yes. So I have set myself on my own algorithm, I guess. So like Monday is usually like Monday motivation. Wednesday is hump day where I talk about whatever event I'm about to do that weekend. And then Friday I do feature Fridays, which I feature another woman-owned small business that I have like bought from and absolutely am obsessed with. I've missed like the past like 4 feature Fridays because I've been posting other things, but there will be one this weekend or this Friday.
So where you go and do you collaborate with that person or you just talk about them on
Sometimes I've like bought things from them. Sometimes they have just like, here's some things, try them out, let me know what you think, and I kind of do like a review. I have like 7,000 followers on Instagram, so
Good for you. That is awesome.
I guess it's weird.
Dang.
It's weird saying that.
Popular.
So when I tell them I was like, I want to put you on my feature Friday, they're like, oh my God, yay. And so I'll just do like a whole blurb about them and talk about like what their product is or what they do or what their small business is. And I'll have like pictures. And so for instance, this Friday, I'm doing a company called Phoenix Resin Art. She's based out of Murfreesboro. It's either Murfreesboro or Manchester. And she does all kinds of like resin art. She does some clay earrings and clay jewelry, but she does mostly like works with resin and makes like cool like resin casted ashtrays and like rolling trays and
Oh, cool.
earrings, and she even makes like gauges or like plugs.
Okay.
So she sent me a really cool like green pair of plugs with like glitter and have gold flecks in them. I'm not wearing them now, but I like took a whole video of me wearing them and I shared it all to TikTok today. But yeah, shout out to Jenna.
Woo-woo. Ms. Resin.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
So that's kind of how I do it. I just like to support other small businesses
Absolutely.
and share them on Fridays because
Well,
why not?
Why not? Well, and I try to live my life by a couple standards. One of them being help as many people get what they want, and you'll eventually get everything that you want. And to do that kind of stuff for other people, at no cost, just to get them kind of promo. But obviously, I mean, no cost, but you shop with them kind of thing. But
Yeah.
it's a very mutual relationship. And I guess, do you find that obviously beneficial as far as your followers go? Is that
They seem to like it because then some people are just like, oh, I never heard of them
Cool.
before, and then they'll because I'm talking small business, not just in like Dixon. Like I said, I do have like a group of like female brand reps that help represent my business, and a lot of them are also creators. And so I have bought something from almost every single one of those girls, and they have been featured. Like we've got Serena that does 3D printing, and she made me all my business card logos, and she's out in Colorado. And then you got Amanda, who made like the anklets I'm wearing, does a lot of bead work. She's down in Texas. So it all...
how do you connect with these people?
Instagram. It's
Sure.
like a crazy ass community.
Isn't it?
So I met them originally on Instagram with my like yoga account because I'm like, big into yoga and was doing yoga challenges and then they like wanted me to host and then they found out I made candles and they wanted me to do sponsorships and it just turned into this whole like just like mutually beneficial relationship with some of these ladies and some of them I talk to every day because they're awesome. And some of them, they've got families of their own doing their own thing. And we just talk, every couple days. So, I mean, I'm meeting so many people. It's so cool.
Just through making candles.
Yeah, just through making candles and like posting it on social media.
Isn't that the power of social media? It's crazy. So you got, how many, 5,000 followers?
7.
Sorry, I didn't mean to offend you there.
No. Here, let's pull it up. We'll get the right number. Let me pull it right here.
I can, and I need to be way better.
7,641.
Dang. That is awesome.
Yeah, and I don't know where these people are coming from.
Sure.
It's nuts.
Wow. Yeah, I need to figure that out. Like I'm so like you said, we both got 9 to 5s. The dedication to obtaining followers on social media is crucial. But obviously that's where you get your name out too, I've grassrooted this podcast significantly. I haven't paid for any Facebook ads. I haven't paid for any ads whatsoever. It's just been straight up grassroots, word of mouth, me meeting people, talking to people. But that's my goal for some of this week, but mainly next week, is to pin somebody down and corner them and be like, hey, what in the heck do I need to do to get my followers up? Because I think I've got 60 subscribers on YouTube. I've got 55 followers on Instagram, which my Instagram game is terrible.
Instagram, you've got 83.
Get out of town. How about that? Look at that. I'm getting on up there. I'm almost hitting three digits.
That's why I asked you what your tag was this
but
morning.
How
I was
terrible
like,
is that page? Like, it's not good, Hannah. It is not good at all.
You need some fun photos or something. Here, let me go back to that.
See, I can talk and but the creativity level of what I need to do, it's not good. You're laughing at me.
You just need like some bright, fun,
something better,
something interactive
instead of just a screenshot of the YouTube video on there. It's terrible.
I mean, for instance, today I posted a picture of a jack-o'-lantern with lights around it. I mean,
okay. So I just got to get more on my Instagram game and TikTok game.
I mean, and when in doubt, just like post plants and quotes, nature quotes and plants. That's what I do.
Thank you for the fallback. I definitely needed that. Okay,
Everyone loves plants.
Everybody loves plants and dogs and kittens. Maybe I should start knocking on some of those doors doing that.
There you go. I do. That's a good segue into, my dog line, my pet care line as well.
Tell me about that.
Yeah, so I have Terrace Toiletries. It's my all-natural pet care line. We've got doggy shampoo, doggy deodorant, calming conditioner, bug off for dogs, which is very different than bug off for humans, and the odor eliminator candle. So it's named Terra's Toiletries because I had this dog, this Pit Great Dane mix that was named Tara, and I had her since my 20s, and she was my child. She did pass away last year, but I was able to like name the whole line after her, and the labels actually have her face on them, and then a portion of the proceeds of anyone that buys any of the Terra's Toiletries products goes back to the Humane Society. So I do love to support them because that's where we got our little Roxy.
Okay.
It was from the Humane Society. But also on the website is if you click on pet care, you'll see Terrace Toiletries, but then you'll also see Frankly Delicious.
Okay.
That is another pet care business based out of Murfreesboro, ran by Hannah Blanks, another Hannah. And she makes dog treats. So that's something I wanted to be able to sell and bring to people was dog treats, but I don't have time to like make that or get into any of that. So I sell her products through my website. We've got CBD dog treats. We've got senior puffs. She did introduce a new thing called, what was it? I don't remember the name of it. It's a balm for like their paw pads and like their nose for like rough spots.
Okay.
Bentley balm, that's what it was called. So I did do a collaboration with another maker that does dog stuff because I love our dogs.
Well, and it expands your network as well too. Do you do stuff for hotspots? Do you know why do dogs get hotspots? Do you know? 'Cause my dog right now is going crazy, and I gave him an oatmeal bath this weekend, and it seemed to have worked. Do you have any other suggestions or anything?
I believe it's just like kind of like a not really an infection, but like when they are allergic to something.
Okay.
She does have a new spray that she makes
Okay.
called Bye Bye Itchies or something, and I think it's for like hot spots and like itchy spots.
Okay.
I'll have to get back to you on that.
Okay. Because I'm dealing with that right now. I gave him an oatmeal bath, and I got some product, organic product that has been working okay. So I think I'm going to give him another bath tomorrow just to see if it dies it down a little bit. But he's eaten the same food for a long time. We did just get a cat. Can dogs be allergic to cats? Is that a thing?
I don't probably.
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 I would
Dogs are
guess.
like kind of similar to humans. Dogs have allergies.
That's true.
Bella, our pet, is allergic to grass.
What?
Yeah.
It's an indoor pit bull.
Yep.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, she's
Where
allergic.
does she have a major litter box or?
No, I mean, she goes outside. She
Okay.
goes in the backyard. She loves outside. Like,
Okay.
she doesn't care that she's allergic to grass. She will still go outside. But then she'll come inside, and her poor feet are just, like, she's white. Like,
Okay.
white. So she'll come inside, and her feet are just, like, red because they're just so inflamed. And she'll just sit there on the floor and just, like, lick. I'm just like, oh, my God, stop it.
No.
Yeah, because it just makes her skin like really red and kind of rashy. But then, you know, after she's been inside for a while and, you know, you put some water on her and she calms down.
Okay. You
So-
gonna get her some doggy booties or something? You seen those little doggy
Yeah,
shoes?
I don't know if she'd like those. We can try it. Out of our 3 dogs, she's probably the only one you could put them on.
Oh, that's funny. That is so funny. Cool. So you've got the candles, you've got the beard stuff, you've got the dog stuff. Where does this go? You know, what's Hannah's vision for Miss Daisy's? You know, have you thought that far? You just kind of fly by the seat of your pants?
Well, last year I kind of like preempted like a 5-year plan by like 2025, hopefully to have a store, like a brick and mortar store, like downtown
Cool.
in like the hip Dixon kind of area, because downtown's getting cool.
Yeah,
And
it is.
I would love to be a part of it. Like all the people that are opening their businesses now, like, you know, Pumphrey and Beard and like Ollie's and Courtney's Cakes, like it's all like our generation starting to open up businesses. And I just think it's so awesome, and I'm like, I want to be a part of it. And a lot of those people down there already know me, so I'm like, why not?
Sure.
And I will sell at my store. I will sell like the stuff that I make, but I will also bring in other things that I don't make. Like I will never. People say you need to make soap. I will never make soap. Like soap is not something I want to dive into, and I probably won't go back to lotions or scrubs. But I know people that do that, and I know people that make jewelry, and I know people that can sew and make macrame and do all that other gorgeous stuff that I just
Cool.
can't. So I want it to be like my business, but like other artisans as well. And then I also want it to kind of like have like an open floor plan so you can see like all the like equipment and like the mad scientist stuff in the back and
Like a brewery almost.
Kinda, yeah.
You see the tanks and the fermenters and all that stuff. Cool.
sort of like that. Yeah.
That's you're right about downtown Dixon. I mean, it is, and I've had so many conversations with people that the leadership of this county is and it's kind of just as it is because you had your baby boomers who were running everything, and now they're all getting to retirement age or dying. One of the two, and that's the huge wave of people coming in, and a lot of them. What I love to see is a lot of them aren't really necessarily from Dixon their whole life.
Right.
That is absolutely key because now you're bringing in diversity. You're not just having these, which is fine one way or the other, but generational kind of stuff, you get a little bit of tunnel vision. But to have this kind of diversity come into town with these people that are from, Elizabeth at Boardables from Memphis, and several other people. Chris Gadd is from Memphis too. He's been here for a while at the brewery, but it's just this hodgepodge of people that, downtown Dixon was overrun with antique stores for a long time. Nothing against antique stores, but there was like 12 of them within a 2-mile radius.
And then a bunch of empty lots.
Yeah, and then a
It
bunch
was
of
bad.
empty lots. Yeah, exactly. And the lights would go out at 8 o'clock, and there was just real no energy or vibe about downtown. But I mean, within the past 5 years, really mainly within the past 3 years, downtown Dixon has really planted some roots and has brought some people in, and some people have come here to do some just awesome stuff where it creates a day for people, which is key. It's not like people come here for one place and one place only. They come here and they may come here for that, but then they stay here. They're like, oh
Yeah,
man,
to see all the other
there's
stuff.
pizza, there's a brewery, there's a cool hibachi place, there's another bar, there's a white tablecloth restaurant, there's all this stuff, which I don't think it's going to slow down anytime soon. I think that the post office was just recently purchased in about the past 6 months, and then that building behind it is getting developed out as well too. And just all these little nooks and crannies of downtown Dixon are starting to flourish. So I guess, in your mind, where do you see it going? I mean, Dixon's cool as hell. I mean, like, it's an oasis, you know, you're not...
I see it kind of turning into like how downtown Franklin is, kind of. Like, hip spot, you go hang out. We do seem to have like, more like drinking bar areas. And that kind of gives me like Chattanooga vibes. And if we turn into like kind of Chattanooga-ish, not fully Chattanooga, but Chattanooga-ish, like that would be amazing.
Absolutely.
I love Chattanooga.
I do too.
And like the fact that a lot of the stores downtown are like dog friendly too, and that's a huge thing because everyone has their dogs. They love their dogs. They want to take them everywhere. That's why, I like to do events where they're dog friendly because people bring their dogs. I'll bring my dog. Let's chat about dogs.
I love dogs. You love dogs. Let's talk.
Yeah, exactly. I don't know. I just see it as like this hip little place coming up. I don't know how to describe it.
No,
it's not
a
at all what
perfect
I
description.
expected it to be. When we moved here in 2001, I hated this place. Like I was like, this is awful. It's a country hick town. Like there's nothing here. There's nothing to do. Like you had Walmart and Kroger, and that was it. And now it's like, oh, look at all these little places.
Sure.
I mean, I when I went to Waverly to restock that store recently, I kind of felt the same vibe from them too. Like the whole little Waverly Square has grown up a little bit too, and it's getting a little hip as well. And I'm like, oh, look at all the small towns getting hip.
I love it. Well, and Centerville's kind of doing the same thing.
Yes,
and
Centerville has an amazing soap store on their square.
Okay.
It's called Simplici Soap, and she makes them all in-house, and it's all organic soap.
Cool.
Oh my God. If you can get out there, go check her out.
Check it out.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like going. Have you ever been to the Muddy Duck down there?
Every time I went down there, they were closed.
Oh, boo. So I'll show you a picture when we're done, but I don't know if you were able to kind of walk around it. Did you see like the little Italian-looking pavilion thing back there? Oh man, it is. I walked in there and the menu is delicious. I had a couple meetings down there and was going to go get some lunch. The menu is fantastic. The drinks are fantastic, but out back they have this. It's about as big as this room. Actually, it's probably double the size of this room, but as far as kind of the width of it is. But it's just masonry brick walls with no roof on it at all, and it's got some little cross things with some vines and stuff on it, and it has a fountain in the middle, so you feel like you're in like a little Italian alley somewhere,
Very
just
cool.
right there in the middle of Centerville. Yeah, it was a great place to eat lunch and drink some coffee. There's one lady, her name escapes me, but who owns a good portion of downtown over there and is doing some really, really good things. So I think there's just this huge push coming from Nashville that people are looking to, they're realizing that they can work from home, and they're realizing that they can get a lot more for less outside of Nashville. And if their kids are grown, a lot of them move way out. And if they're still kind of younger, they can come to Dixon for, and if they need to commute, I commute to Nashville every day, just take my kids to school, but it's not that bad. And, a lot of them are landing in Burns and all that, which is, from what Morgan's saying, the ideas that she's got as far as her plans for Burns are massive. So I think we're about to see another community do the same thing that Dixon does. So
yeah, I actually live right on the Burns Dixon line, so I got the best of both worlds.
Yeah, how about
Because
that?
I'm 5 minutes from like the Burns Ball Field where we had the barbecue bash, and then I'm also 5 minutes from downtown Dixon, so it's like perfect.
Cool.
I got the
Yeah.
best. Yeah.
You can just pop in anywhere whenever you feel like it.
I'm just everywhere.
Everywhere. That is so awesome. Cool. Well, do you have anything else that you want to throw out there?
Our Halloween line.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, the Halloween.
Yes.
Yes, go for it.
So, we are making a Halloween. Well, meaning I. I always say we in all my posts, because
Sure.
it makes me sound bigger, but it's just me.
I do the same thing too.
Yeah, I think it's like a business thing to say we instead of I. But I am making Halloween candles. It is going to be a complete set. There will be 5 candles and a crazy little grab bag of wax melts. I don't want to give away too much. So I'm going to do like a soft opening for them on the 21st. The 21st at that night market. It will be the first time they will be seen in public. If you follow me on TikTok.
In Bellevue, right?
Yes, in Bellevue.
Okay.
If you follow me on TikTok, you will have seen the teaser trailer already. Well, there's 2 teaser trailers about the items. There is 2 candles that will have anatomical body parts. There is 1 candle that will be covered in blood. Mm-hmm. Halloween's my favorite holiday, just FYI. And then the 2 other ones will have crystals and dried herbs and dried like plant matter. And then I'll tell you what the wax melts are, because wax melts are dope. It's a bag. It'll be a bag, and it's called the City of the Dead. And you will get skulls, like white skulls that will be scented vanilla. You will get gravestones that will be slightly silver. They will be like painted with mica, and they will be oak and amber scented. And then you will get little green zombie heads that will be green apple scented.
That is so cool. That is so awesome.
Yeah, so that's what we're working on right now.
Wow.
I'm having so much fun making these.
I can imagine.
The first time I'm like, I'm gonna do a candle line, a Halloween candle line. Because before I'm just like, I'm not gonna make Halloween candles. I've got the fall line. This year I'm like, we're doing it. We're doing it this year.
My jam this year.
Yeah, I mean Halloween's always been my jam. It's like my favorite. It's my favorite holiday above Christmas.
It has to be.
Yeah.
Do you go to haunted houses too?
Yes.
Okay.
And I dress up, and my mom has this friend that's a nurse that actually lives out in Burns, and every year she has a huge Halloween party, for adults.
Cool.
And the only requirement for the Halloween party is if you come, you have to be in costume.
Sure.
Every year I have gone to this party dressed as some wacky character, and I take home best costume and best female costume.
Yes.
Yes,
I can
every
only
year.
Imagine. What was last year?
Well, she didn't have it last year because of
That's
COVID.
right, yep.
So 2019, I went as a what was it, like a dark voodoo queen priestess thing.
Cool.
Kind of mimicked it after the voodoo princess lady from
American Horror Story?
No, well, kind of her, but more dirty. Kind of
Cool.
like the chick from Pirates of the Caribbean.
That
Creepy chick. Yeah. And
cool.
like I did like full face makeup. I was wearing a full set of dreads. I had like skulls and bones and jewelry. And my brother has like this like super dope gnarly blackwood cane that I was like carrying around. I was wearing big old thick black combat boots, and I didn't speak to anybody. Like I just had like the skull like face mask on, and it was like blood was dripping from my face, and like I didn't speak. I just kind of walked around. I was really tall and just kind of like with the cane, just like hitting the floor.
It was in the full part.
Yeah, dude,
there.
like I go full out. The year before that, I was Sweeney Todd, and I was like singing fucking Sweeney Todd songs. Like once I'm in character, I'm in character, and I will be in character until I leave her house. But I mean, I win first place.
Sure, yeah, it's all about the trophy.
It's all about the trophy. The trophy I got for 2019 was a crystal glass skull mug.
Oh, cool.
That I drink my coffee in every morning.
Just bask in the celebration of.
Yes.
So do a lot of people come to this party?
Yeah, like
so it's
she
stiff
has
competition.
It's well, her daughters too are, they're all grown, and they are highly competitive as well. So it's always like me against them, and then the other people that are there as well. So, but they know if I'm gonna show up that they better tighten up.
Bring their A game. Absolutely.
It's so much fun.
I can imagine.
Yeah, and she's got the food out, she got the alcohol's flowing, like you're having a good time at these parties. Yeah.
Cool. I love a good Halloween party.
Yes.
Halloween is probably it's definitely my favorite my favorite holiday as well too. Um, I enjoy dressing up and I enjoy partying. I love haunted houses.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
haven't been able to go. Obviously, didn't go last year and didn't get to go the year before. So it's been a minute.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm definitely marking the calendar down for at least 2 trips to some good ones.
Nice.
Do you have any suggestions for a good one? The Haunted Forest is pretty good, typically, right?
I haven't been to that. I've been to the one in that big one in Nashville a couple times.
Okay.
I can't remember its name. I think it's in Madison.
That's right.
Maybe Nashville Nightmare or
Yeah.
something like that. Maybe.
Yeah.
I've been there, and then there's supposed to be a really good one in Clarksville where you ride around on the back of a tractor and you shoot zombies with paintballs.
Paintball guns. Yes, I have seen that. Definitely put that on the list.
I
this
definitely
year,
want to
for
do
sure.
that one.
I would not want to be one of those zombies.
No,
though.
no. But last year I actually did hand out candy because kids came through the neighborhood still, even with COVID happening. So I thought it'd be funny to make candy hands where you take a plastic latex, they were latex-free gloves, and you put Smarties in the fingers so they look like bones, and then you fill the palm of the hand with just like regular old candy, and then you tie it up with ribbon, and then you put spider rings on the fingers. And I was just like, COVID candy.
COVID candy. That's so awesome. Do you have a lot of trick-or-treaters at your house?
I live in a little neighborhood, so
Okay.
yeah. They, not last year, but like the year before, there was people everywhere. They were just parked on the side of the street. There was just people running up and down the road. It was ridiculous. I'm like, can you move? I gotta pull into my driveway over here, guy. So well, since growing up on the farm, like no one trick or treated out where we live. So we didn't ever have people come to our house. We would always get brought into town to go trick or treating. So the fact that I live in like a little suburb now, I can be like, I can hand out candy.
Yes.
And I think this year we're gonna like decorate it. I
it
really want to
big.
do like a whole like graveyard scene in our front yard because we've got like black mulch up there, and I think that would look really cool.
Cool.
Yeah, and Home Depot has 12-foot skeletons for like
Get out of town.
$200.
Get out of town.
Yeah, they're huge.
I can just see you being one of those people that would just scare the shit out of somebody too. Just drop something from the roof,
Yeah.
or like hide behind a bush, or be like one of those dressed up people that looks fake.
Yeah, and
all
then-
of a sudden,
Yeah. I don't know if you saw it on Facebook last year, but I think it was someone, I think it was in Texas or maybe, I don't know. I could be wrong. Their Halloween scene in their yard was so realistic that the cops got called and thought there was actual real dead bodies in their yard.
oh my gosh.
Yeah.
I'll have to look at that.
Yeah, you'll have to look it up. It was insane.
It sounds like a compliment to the homeowner
Yeah.
there.
They're like, I'm coming for you. I'll be next.
I'm getting the awards if the cops
Yeah.
are coming to my house.
Yeah. Heck yeah.
That's awesome. Cool. Well, I'm good if you're good. Is that all you, I mean,
Yeah, I guess.
I appreciate you taking the time. I mean, it's awesome. It's good to get to know you. It's the first time we really sat and talked, you know,
Yeah.
seen each other in passing.
Yeah, I'm a strange one, but you know, whatever.
Strange. If you're strange, I don't want to be normal, you know. It's strange is, what is it, you know, the status quo. Like I said, I always question and try to go against the status quo for the most part.
And
because
normal is boring.
Normal's so boring. It's
Yeah.
so mundane and
So
methodical.
beige.
Yeah, beige. Yeah, that's a great way to put it. Do you want to plug your socials so everybody get in touch with you?
Oh, yes. So the website is MissDaisiesBoutique.com. Instagram is at Miss Daisy's Candles. TikTok is at Miss Daisy's Candles. And Facebook, you can just type in Miss Daisy's All Natural Boutique and I'll pop up.
Cool.
Just look for the big yellow daisy flower and you'll know you'll find me. I have the same profile picture on all my accounts across the board.
Cool.
So they all match.
Cool. Yeah, hit her up, man. I bought a unicorn candle for my daughter, and I bought some beard stuff. And I will most definitely be buying some dog stuff now, and definitely more candles too. Huge fan of the candles. Oh, do we have a gift? Ooh, get out of town.
It's one of my travel candles. It's 3 ounces.
Macintosh apple.
Yes. Yes, dude.
I wish you could smell this through the microphone. Oh man, get out of here. That's
So
what I'm
imagine
talking about.
going to an apple orchard and picking a fresh bushel of apples in your little wooden crate, and that's what this candle
My
smells
eyes
like.
are closed and I'm just there right now.
Yes.
Oh, that is so cool. Thank you.
You're welcome.
That is so lovely. Yeah, definitely hit her up. She's got some awesome products. It's obviously handmade, locally made, all natural organic ingredients, so it's not bad for your lungs or your eyes or your house or your air conditioning filters or anything like that.
We got wax melts too for people that don't like fire.
Okay. Oh yeah,
Yeah.
so like just the
Little wax
cubes.
warmers.
Cool.
Yeah.
Cool. Definitely. And if you're a man or a woman with a beard, and want some beard product, hit her up too. It's lovely, and I will be a lifetime client. So, cool, Hannah. Thank you so much. I really
welcome. Thanks
appreciate
for
it. I've had a
having
great
me.
chat, and you'll definitely be back. I want to start this thing, so I think you're episode 26. I want to do like a kind of I may try to recycle some people and do like a follow up as far as where people are at, maybe get in some different discussion topics or things like that too. So
Cool.
stand by on that one. So I guess everybody, I really appreciate you listening. I appreciate you keeping coming back. I think we're close to 4,200 downloads. All across the board. So getting there. I'm definitely going to work on my social media game. But until then, my call to action is just to subscribe to YouTube and Spotify. I found out last week that my Apple podcast uploaded until like 4 episodes ago, and then they stopped uploading. I don't know why, so I've got to get in touch with them on that. But I'm definitely on Spotify and Google Podcast. Anchor Breaker, and YouTube as well too. So just hit that subscribe button. It helps me out a lot with recognition and spreading the message and sponsorships as well too. So cool. Appreciate you guys listening, and until next time, have a great rest of your day. Peace. Bye. Thanks again to Tia Armstrong with Property Place Solutions, brokered by EXP, for sponsoring this episode. Be sure to reach out to her on her socials at Tia Armstrong, or give her a call at 615-497-5336. If you're interested in sponsoring an episode, please reach out to me directly via email at yourvibespodcast@gmail.com. Thanks again for listening, and always remember, stay vibey, my friends.